Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Rannazzisi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Rannazzisi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Rannazzisi. What's the odds?
Welcome back to What's the Odds, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the odds?
What's the Odds with Steve Rannazzisi. May 30th, 20-something? 29th, 2019. Wednesday, we are in the All Things Comedy podcast studio. I'm back in the studio, live on, I think, a Facebook page, if I believe that, right? A Facebook page.
The
we are
ATC
live.
Facebook.
ATC Facebook page. We are not on a YouTube page because of Ari Shaffir's butthole. And the entire podcast network, All Things Comedy page, has been shut off for a while because Ari Shaffir just feels the need to show his butthole to people on what is a great podcast. I've been on it many times.
You can't censor me, Steve.
He needs his own YouTube. It's basically what it's come down to. He needs his own free speech forum.
Pornhub.
That's fine. Hey, I'll go to Pornhub to watch an unfiltered version of whatever uncensored Ari Shaffir, but I just get frustrated when we don't have the things that we want to do because Ari ruins it for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
He's a board member.
He's a board member of the All Things Comedy network, and yet still shuts us down.
How do I get on that board?
You gotta, you gotta show your asshole on camera, obviously.
That's it? That's all it takes?
I think, and let me tell you something.
Like literally everyone on the board has shown their asshole at one point.
I've seen Bert 99. No, I took a shower with him. I saw him 100% nude. We took a shower in Park City, Utah.
That's so romantic.
We took a schwitz. It was a schwitz steam, and a shower. And then I've seen Ari's privates way more times than I care to ever, talk about.
We've done 2 festivals, and I've seen it twice in Phoenix.
So out of now you got Al Madrigal. Mm-hmm. I've never seen him naked, but I've seen him shirtless. And I don't think we're ever going to see his butthole. Not unless some strange stuff. I think between Al, Bill, and Tom Segura, Tom would show his butthole first.
Yeah.
And then it would be Al and Tom left, right? Mm-hmm. And I think Al would show it before Bill. And then I think Bill's butthole's like the holy grail of buttholes of the ATC.
Absolutely.
Until M gets on the board. And then you'd probably be the holy grail of buttholes. But,
maybe. I'm very selective over who gets to see my butthole.
well, you know what? If you're going to be selective over something, I guess that might be the thing you might want to choose. But, some people aren't. And that's a different lifestyle.
Bill Burr told me I had a raised right vibe, and I think if I showed my butthole on camera, he would rescind that comment.
Yeah, I think that would be a major, major red flag of a raised right vibe. Just randomly showing buttholes. Now, obviously, Ari Shaffir, if you ask his parents, they're lovely people. He was raised right, very Orthodox Jew, but took a hard turn right around the probably late 90s, early 2000s Mitzi Shore Comedy Store. And that's, it was a gain and a benefit for all of us as fans of comedy. But as fans of just not looking at people's buttholes, that's not a thing you can do now because that's the way of the world now. Welcome to 2019.
Just a bloody mess.
And I hope Ari one day finds his place, his forum, his area to be able to show his butthole and not be censored. So I'm sorry, Ari. We're all here fighting for your right to party. And speaking of fighting, I'll tell you this: I was so happy because I wasn't here last week. I was in New York, and I was happy that you were here, and I was happy that Oligny was here. What's up, Oligny? How are you? I hope New York's treating you well, or maybe you're broke down in Denver. Who knows?
I think he's in Tampa.
Tampa?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to New York, but maybe
he is. He's going to New York by way of Tampa.
Because you always travel 2,000 miles south.
Bad travel plans.
Yeah.
I think he's going home for like a week or two and then to New York.
Dude, what a pussy. He can't even just show up in the Big Apple. He got to go home
Just go,
first.
man.
Just go to the fucking Apple, bro. Anyway, I was happy that you guys were here talking it up. The guest was great.
That guy was
great.
Legit.
Totally legit. We got to have him on again. I have 2 other guests that we're going to have on again because I did something this past week that was pretty cool. But I'm watching the episode later on, feeling better, and then all of a sudden I just start to see you and Mary and Eric just shitting all over me. Now, this is coming off of the heels of me giving you $400, a ticket that granted you bought with your own money, but with the knowledge of knowing that I gave you that knowledge that Brooks Koepka was going to win the PGA Championship, and you're welcome. To those of you out there, you're welcome. I don't follow other fantasy or sports gambling podcasts. I don't do that. I go with my gut. I find my gut. I choose the things I want to bet on or I know about. I pick them and I fucking win. Okay? So I don't know what everyone else's percentage is. And I don't want to sound like Vegas Dave here, but I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right.
Trust me, I'm doing all right. But after I gave you that gift, I say to you, hey, here's a gift. Keep that ticket. And by the way, don't eat it, dum-dum. You turn around. I leave. You turn around and you fucking stab me right in the back.
Hang on a second.
Look at that fat fuck you
Hang
called
on a
me.
second.
Look at his fat dad bod. You think he's going to beat? And all you did was fuel me.
All I did was ask Mary Stevens a simple question. Could Steve beat me in a half marathon?
And she laughed. She scoffed at it. She scoffed at first, laughed, and then both of you just piled on top of me. And you did it too, a little bit of Ligny. Don't think I didn't see you too, brother. I saw you with your fucking... You didn't have a whole... This guy had a sword. A fucking...
Stating facts.
Ligny pulled out a little pocket
Stating
knife
facts.
and fucking jabbed me a couple times.
The truth hurts.
No. You see, that's the thing, though. You live in this world where you think you know the truth and what the truth is, and every time you think you know, I destroy it with facts and knowledge and gut. And what I'm telling you is, your hubris, all this, he thinks he's going to win, I'm going to beat him, I'm 20 years younger than him. You said I was 44? 44?
Yeah, you're like 44.
I'm like 41, and I will be like...
41's like 44.
I'll be like 42 on July 4th, which is very soon.
Yeah.
I'll be 42.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly not 44. And if you cut me open and counted my rings like a tree, no more than 36, buddy. I'm living young. All right? Now, excuse me. Don't get me upset. I just had lunch. Ugh, that's bad. It's repeating on me. Sorry. Okay, I'm keeping my Orange Theory stat reports now.
Yeah.
Just to count my calories, my miles, this
Do
and
it.
that. And all I'm doing is going, it's just giving me more and more understanding that what I'm chasing is there. I can get it. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat M.
I want you to be optimistic.
not
I want you to.
competing.
I
Yes,
want
you
to
are.
think-
No, I'm just running.
Are you racing?
I'm running. I'm not
She's running for
competing
her. It's a
against,
fun run.
Who
Yeah.
are you running against? The moon?
Myself.
time.
My last time.
A wolf?
So
I'm
you're not a
running-
long distance runner. Long distance runners race against themselves.
Yeah, I'm racing against my last time. Although I
race
am
against the
intrigued about
people
Orange
behind
Theory.
me.
I want to try this Orange Theory.
By the way, Orange Theory is great. Now, you seem more of a runner. Now, I could be completely reading you wrong.
Me?
Yes, you seem more of a runner than like a weightlifter. Orange Theory is sort of like you're doing a little bit of running, a little bit
It's
of
like
rowing,
CrossFit,
and
right?
Yeah, and a little bit of weightlifting. But you're gonna get them all in.
Yeah,
Stride,
I do
that up-
little weights, but like not
yeah,
a lot.
that's all it is little weights. We're not flipping tires or
All
anything.
right, I'm coming to
show you
Orange
this.
Theory with you then.
You should come because I'm burning at least 2,000 calories.
In a workout?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't. I looked
was
down.
like,
I
what
looked
the
down for a
fuck?
second. No, I'm sorry. At least 800 calories. And then they have these splat point things where you like your heart rate's above a certain level, and that's you
Like
kind
your cardio zone?
yeah, you're kind of burning
fat burn zone?
all day long. What am I looking at? This Scott Norwood wide right.
How great is that?
It is good, dude. It is good. Way to ruin the momentum of the podcast by
Yep.
showing me a fucking funny meme in the middle of it, like a.
Love memes.
It's unbelievable. Where was I? Em and I were talking about
You were talking about how many calories you burn.
We're going to Orange Theory it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Orange
Orange
Theory.
Theory that, but that's.
How far do they make you run in Orange Theory?
I'm getting like a couple miles in a class, usually
Well,
about
that's not
2.5,
It's
3
treadmill?
miles. Treadmill miles, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, but you're doing it in like 25 minutes.
Yeah?
So yeah, it's like a 5K, pretty much 3 times a week.
Hell yeah.
Banging that out, then walking 6 to 10 miles the other 2 days, and that's just. We're not even in June yet, dude.
No.
We're not even in June yet. I haven't put Eye of the Tiger on yet. I haven't even thought about my playlist.
I haven't even started training yet.
Wait, do you guys run with music?
Yeah.
What?
Do you not?
What do you run with? Your thoughts?
I'm mentally strong.
What does that mean?
Do
My
they run
roommate-
with music in the Olympics?
My roommate ran the Boston Marathon with no music.
There you go. That's how it's supposed to be done.
No, psychopath.
What are you, an Indian?
No,
What
I'm
are
an
you-
athlete.
What do you cannot afford an iPad or a?
No, I have.
Do you run with an iPad?
I run with I run with a drone above me, taking pictures of me and
actually
funneling
got
my
a whole-
music
That big,
down.
you get an iPad strapped to
He's
your
got like
bust.
a 32-inch TV screen.
I run with a
in front
flat
of him.
screen.
No,
taped
but
to my back
The,
with
the
the stats.
actual like marathoners, they don't run with music.
I don't know what those fucking lunatics do, but I know that I need goddamn beats and rhythm and some sort of, musical narrative to get me through this thing.
I'm with you.
And
just-
don't you
I just-
think,
I just
Brenton,
run for
don't
the
you
love of the
think that
game.
when it comes down to it, right, in the final 500, 600 meters, and that's how I'm already doing conversions, by the way, in metrics.
Why?
Don't fucking M. Damn it, M.
He wants to know how far the snacks are spaced.
They're not
At each
spaced
marker.
out. You have to grab them. You have to run to the snack stand. That's not the point. The point is this: when that song comes in that I thought about and planned, and I see your little legs, your tiny little legs, fucking scampering. Right? I'm gonna take those long strides with my normal size legs, and I will have that music behind me, whatever that song may be. Okay? Whatever that song is, I haven't decided what it is, and that song and I will propel us past you into the finish line, into first fucking place, and I might run home.
But just make sure you put Vaseline on your thighs because they're going to be
It's
flapping
it's already
against each
there.
other.
It's already there. Already there, dude. Or pre there. I have there already practicing, and mostly just because things get sloppy down there. I'm so pissed off that you would take advantage of me on my own podcast to shit on me after I graciously gave you the gift of knowledge and then money. I just want you to
I mean,
think about
technically,
that.
I spotted you.
Technically, nothing. Technically,
And
I'm
you
glad we
wanted
do this
Tiger
podcast.
Woods.
You know why? Because all of this is on film, on video. And which, by the way, I'll take this moment. We are on Facebook this week, but we are going to be transitioning starting, I believe, next week or the week after, but probably next week if this little fucking guy can get his shit together. But maybe not because I might not be here.
I need your login too.
Don't worry about it. We're getting this week or next week coming up. We're transitioning this podcast to my YouTube page, live on YouTube, asshole free, no Shafir business unless he comes on the podcast, and then at which point we're gonna have to make a disclaimer that there will probably be some butthole.
Yeah.
But starting next week, probably the week after, for sure. Steve Rannazzisi, start subscribing right now. Take this opportunity to do it. Hit the buttons that you have to hit to come and get to be a subscriber on my YouTube page so you can watch us debate sports, politics, pop culture, and or, I don't know, everything else we talk about on this thing.
This
All the other
marathon.
I'll
bullshit.
put the link in the episode description so people can find it.
Perfect. Thank you, Em. Finally, it's like, what do I need you for? Sometimes I sit here and I go, what do I need this guy for?
You need me so you can come in second place.
No. I need you to bounce things off of and then just go, that wasn't a good idea. Anyway, I won't be backstabbed on my own podcast. Next week
All
we'll
I
be
did
joined.
was ask a simple question, and the conversation took off on its own. That's all that happened.
in a very you asked it in a very pointed way, and you said, hey everyone, I don't know, you guys thirsty? There's some good water right over there, you may want to go that way. And they all just followed along.
Yeah.
Shit all over me. But you know what?
Because that's what a
I'll
leader
have the
does.
final say. I'll have the final say in the end. Okay? Now I'm wrong. I was wrong about the royal baby. I thought it was a boy. I thought it was gonna be a big fat boy. It was a tiny little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I was wrong. I admit when I'm wrong. But
No,
when
it was
I'm
a
right,
boy. They had a boy.
they did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they had a
Archie.
girl.
No.
No.
Archie.
I thought that was a girl's name. I thought they were doing the girl thing. They had a boy?
It's a boy. Wow, didn't they have it like
I
3
thought they were
weeks
doing
ago?
that, when the boys when they girls named boys like Charlie.
Oh, that's my little adorable Archie.
No, Archie is a boy.
I thought it was
It's
a
a
girl's
boy
name.
No.
For the first 3 days, they didn't tell you it was a boy or girl. Didn't they?
That's because it was Archie. You don't have to tell someone Archie is
Wait
a
a
boy
minute.
or a girl. That's clearly a boy's name.
No. First of all, Brenton, don't
First of
be
all,
so
Steve, Archie is
close-minded. It's 2019, Brenton. People name...
And back me up.
No, yeah, Archie's a boy's name.
Archie is a boy's name.
I'm not sure what. I've never met a. I mean, I've
I've met a girl, Charlie.
Yeah, but I've
Yeah.
never met a girl, Archie.
course.
I've met a girl, Stevie.
When
Yeah,
when you
of
hear the name
course.
Archie, what's the first thing you think of before the royal baby
Archibald.
happened?
The comics.
Yeah, exactly.
The boy.
The boy.
I thought they were... Look.
I thought they were doing that like you think famous
first of all,
people do. Like
she's
they
an
name their kids
American.
Apple.
Out of the box. This is... I thought, she's African American. Out of the box. So I thought they named their girl a boy's name. A boy's name. Out of the box thinking.
There's a phrase you
It's
like
a boy.
to use when I say something as dumb as this.
What is it?
Dum dum.
No. it's not
Archie
dum-dum.
is a boy's
I
name.
understand that.
In no universe is Archie ever a girl's name.
If you're a female
a
named
nickname.
Archie, I implore you, call us
Yeah, please.
323-282-7424 or email us badbets4steve@gmail.com.
Or does anybody know anyone named Archie
Or if you
that
know
is
someone,
a girl?
female named
Please.
Archie. And I'm
Let
not
us know.
And by the way, if it was a man named Archie who's transitioning towards female, that does not count, okay?
Yeah.
You've got to be a female named Archie at birth. And there are some out there, I'm sure. And I'm sure people have already sent us emails and they're calling in. Em, don't take calls right now, Em. Don't hold the phone lines,
No
please.
problem.
The line's ringing off the hook.
Oh man, you try to really undercut me at every turn, Biddlecombe.
Yes, I do.
Let me tell you something. I'm a little upset today, and you could tell I'm a little. I had a rough day yesterday.
You're sweating.
I'm not sweating. I was sweating like a pig yesterday because I took part in Kelsey Cook's wonderful Risks of Fury web series that we filmed right over there on the other side of this wall at the All Things Comedy Studio. And I'll tell you what. First of all, I was late because I didn't realize we were doing it yesterday. I didn't put it in my calendar, which is my fault, my mistake. But you let me know it, and I corrected it. I came later on in the day. I think the crew was sort of like pissed off a little bit that they had to probably stay a little longer. So I
They
knew.
were okay.
Yeah, I think they were fine.
They get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like everyone's like, oh, we'll be done at 5. And next thing you know, like Dum Dum comes walking in at 4:20. And you're like, oh, shit. But anyway.
Wait, you didn't come till 4:20?
No, I was there the whole time. I got there at 3:30.
Okay,
but
good.
we didn't start till 4:20 because I think because Brad and Adam were supposed to be the last ones, I think, and then
Yeah.
I came after. So
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is this: I knew I had to bring it. I knew I had to make it worth everyone's while. And I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to give away any secrets. But I'll say this: I made it worth everyone's fucking while.
Yeah.
Every
And,
person high-fived me on the way out the door.
I'll say this. The director today, when I asked him how it was, he said yours was the best episode he thinks he's ever shot.
Ever shot.
We've shot 5, but still, that's a huge compliment.
Out of the top 5.
Top 5.
And I'll
Actually,
say
it's more
this.
like 7 or 8.
I'll say this. It was fun, dude.
I heard it was great.
It was so much fun. I'm competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I told her about the times we used to have the foosball
No, really?
table.
You are?
Yeah.
Haven't noticed.
I'm shocked.
I told her about the times at the Comedy Store we had the foosball table, smacking it around
was
in the
before
early
my
2000s.
time. I
It was before
wish,
your time. But I
yeah.
mean, like, that was like, it was lawless. We had 0 audience members. What's happening right now at the Comedy Store is the complete black and white negative as to what it was in the early 2000s when I landed there.
Sorry, and you're welcome.
Well, yeah, but we needed that to have this. But anyway, there was no one there. So we had a foosball table upstairs in the upstairs office, and everyone was up there. Everyone that worked there, all the comedians, there was no one to go on stage, to park a car, to sell a ticket, nothing. Between that and Dice filming stuff all around the store, no work was happening. But anyway, I had a little bit. I haven't played since then, and we got in there. She's unbelievable. She was, first of all, she had played like 3 games during the day, so
She was warmed up.
she was warmed up, but also probably a little bit tired. She also played against Adam and Brad at the same time, so 4 hands. That's not easy. And then I came in. I don't want to give it away. I'll just say this. Here's another spoiler. Spoiler, but without spoiling. Something happened on that episode that has never happened in the history of Risks of Fury. I don't want to tell you what that is, but You play 3 games against Kelsey on the show. No one has ever beaten her in any one single game. Something on my episode happened that has never happened before. Spoiler alert.
He pooped his pants.
Now,
That's what I heard.
if you're talking about the alleged shart, I did not no poop came out. It was a really rank smell for a little while, but no physical, actual poop came out. So you can take back your fucking your pointed comments at me, Em. Sharting.
I'm just
Pooping.
here to fuel the fire.
Thank you. It was so hot. I was so sweaty when we were done. And I don't want to ruin it, but I lost the whole thing. And so you have a punishment at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I was given a choice. And let's just say, I won't tell you what the other choice was. I don't want to ruin it. But
Well, I came up with the choices.
Oh, you came up with the choices?
Yeah, me and Rachel were concocting them earlier in the day. So, you're welcome.
Well, anyway, I had to I had to wax a K into my chest with Nair.
Mm-hmm.
That Nair stuff.
You did
Stuff
this yesterday?
burns.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it's still
Sweaty
fresh.
fucking mess.
Let's
Here we
see
go.
it.
Still fresh.
You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
It is burning today. Oh my God. Okay, you can't really see.
I can't see it at
yeah,
all.
you can't
All right,
see it.
ready?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of.
See that? This is I'm trying to. This is the stretch of the K, the line, and then coming off of here. She did a really bad job.
Yeah, that's not the best K, but
it fucking.
you definitely
here?
got some hair taken off.
Oh my God! First of all, fucking, who's ready for the beach? Who's ready for the fucking dad bod? Fuck you! Ah! But to go home and have to explain to your wife, who didn't even know where you were going,
Why there's now a K waxed
why
into your
that there's
chest.
another woman's name initial. I said it was Kevin from the show The League. Fucking one more time. Are the numbers going up, Ben? Are the calls coming in?
We
We're
just lost. We
skyrocketing.
literally just lost 2.
They've now shut down the
I knew it.
Facebook account as well as the YouTube.
So yeah, the Fist of Fury was a fucking blast.
Wrists of Fury.
Fist of Fury. Fist of Fury. That's the
That's
thing I watched
Ari's
at home.
show. Ari's brand new show.
Fisting of Fury. By the way, this is what Ari's butthole looks like. This is the latest shot of Ari's. So we have the latest footage of Ari's butthole up on screen right now. It's the Mount Everest photo, which, by the way, if you're going to Mount Everest right now, if you're Mandy Moore and you got your pass to go to Mount Everest, I hope you fucking die. I really do. I hope if you got a bucket list dream to go climb Mount Everest, look at this. Look at this. What are you doing? How many people out there are really qualified to go climb Mount Everest? Huh?
No
10?
one.
Yeah, maybe.
15?
Maybe.
The Sherpas are the people. I mean, look, it's their livelihood. I understand, but they're the ones that sacrifice. They're going up. They're carrying all the shit. They're doing all the hard work. They're making multiple runs, back and forth, to set up decadent meals for these fucking yuppies. Sit down to have wine and cheese at 15,000 feet. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? It's like, I don't understand. I know there are certain people that have trained, and this is their lifelong goal to go up and see if to test themselves and go to literally the highest possible mountains and heights that are capable on Earth. But this is ridiculous. And if you are not prepared for this, or if this is not something that you have dreamt of your entire life, get the fuck off the mountain. What are you doing? I don't understand. And I know it's Nepal's getting a lot of money for this. The government gets a lot of money. Sherpas make a good amount of money. This is the season they make all their money for the year. But I don't understand how you can have this many people. And how is this fun? How is waiting online for this fun?
Just watching the movie Everest wasn't fun.
I didn't see that.
It was 2 hours of my life.
Did they climb Mount Everest?
Yeah, it was a true story about a really bad storm that hit, and a bunch of people were up there, and half of them died.
The only thing I've ever seen on it is the Real Sports. They did one of the pieces on the Sherpas, and it is a way of life, and it is generational where they pass it along, and this is what they do. This is their business. They carry shit long ways and traverse high altitudes to get all this stuff for these people. But I don't understand how you can let so many people up there at once and not be dangerous. How the government just allows where are you flying into? How is there not what is this a national park? When you go to a national park,
there's like a little village where they all kind of go and gather, and then they break off into teams, and they go off at different times.
But I'm sure every
it's almost like having tea time.
With more people out there going, hey, you know what? Mount Everest is my bucket list. This is a bucket list thing that I want to accomplish, something I want to do. With more people doing that, and especially people with money doing that, there would be more companies opening up shop, being like, we can make it happen. We can do it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a thing where it's not like a Disney World where they're going to build more fucking rides and make it bigger, more space. This is it. There's only one Mount Everest. There's only one way in and one way out. And it looks like the Long Island Expressway right now.
Yeah. Well, as soon as way more people start dying, they'll eventually.
And by the way, I'm a fan of All in the Family. What is it? All of Us? What's the show that she's on? This Is Us. I don't wish ill on Mandy Moore, okay?
But how sad would that episode be?
But 7 people have died already. Oh, that would be a tough one. You want to see a very special This Is Us?
We didn't even see it coming. Mom just left and climbed Mount Everest.
I saw it coming when I saw 1,000 people standing on the side of a fucking ledge, unqualified. I saw it coming.
Yeah.
But it's, to me, I'm like, I just saw it this week, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is like it's my bucket list thing. It's like, this is, no.
Get a new bucket.
No more bucket lists.
Yeah.
Be a better person. Join Orange Theory. Run a half marathon. Something you can accomplish on the ground. You don't need fucking people's help carrying your stuff for you.
Yeah.
Although if there is someone at Joshua Tree Half Marathon that would like to carry my iPad and my hold the thing that flies my drone above me.
How about we get a marching band that can jog behind you and play?
How about a hype
Just
man?
the Rocky theme song the entire time.
Yep. Or they can rotate out. Like, every mile I do, they can bring in a new, relay. Like a different person, a hype man, a different person to kind of keep me going. I need 13 volunteers. It's like America's Got Talent. Every mile, you'll entertain me for the 1 mile that I have to run, beating Brenton and them, to try to get, and at the end, you'll get a T-shirt. Which we don't have T-shirts yet, but we'll make up some T-shirts.
I'm just going to keep saying it.
Oh, my God. She's not getting this podcast, is she?
I was never competing.
Spoken like a true bronze medalist.
No. No. You know
I don't
what she's
want a
doing to
medal.
us, dude? This is what my wife does. This is what my wife
Unless
does.
I win.
She's laying low.
Exactly.
She's laying low.
Laying low. This isn't. I'm not in this. This isn't about me.
Yep.
Till the times come up.
And then I win.
1 hour, 13 minutes. She breaks the world freaking record. By the way, this thing.
That'd be cool.
This looks pretty. Oh, Eb.
5 months, 4 days, 3
5
hours,
months.
32 minutes, and 41 seconds.
And I knew that before the screen even came up. Description, sunset, evening
What's the
run.
charity they're raising
need
money
to-
for?
we
Should
need
we
to
raise
sign
some
up.
money?
It's we got to raise money. We have to raise money, I'm
No,
sure.
you
We should
can.
have
There's two
people-
ways to do it.
We
'cause
should have people put
Sponsor
money
it.
on who they think
is gonna win.
is going to win, and
Yeah.
we take the winnings and donate it to whatever charity they're doing.
This company did the one I did in Utah, and you either pay, I think it's like $150, and you don't have to fundraise. You can just run, or you fundraise and you don't pay anything, but you have to raise a certain amount of money.
This chick's having a great time. Look at her. Thumbs
She's on a
up.
bike.
She's on a bike, dude.
Biking is good exercise for marathon trainers. It's not as hard on your knees. Works the same muscles. Fun fact.
You know what else is good training for a marathon? Fucking running.
Yeah, just don't hurt your joints.
Sure, just don't hurt your joints. Well, oh, by the way, is it around the Joshua Tree RV and campground? Is that where the? Oh, you guys have no idea what you're in for. You have
What?
No, I really
Why?
don't.
No, I have
Why?
no idea. What does
I'll tell
that
you
mean?
why. I'll tell you why. Because last year, November, right around Thanksgiving, I took my boys camping. And where did we camp? The Joshua Tree RV and Campground.
So how does that?
So I know
we're on a course.
I know the
We're on a
lay of the
course.
land, Brenton.
We're on a course,
I've
Steve. Unless
slept
you're
there
planning to do
with my back
the
to
Boston
the earth.
Marathon lady, cut through half the course and then just show up in first place, it's not
She
going to
took a
be
bus.
advantageous to you.
There's no buses there, but there is a pond. And you know what I can
Ooh,
do?
we're
You're going
going
to swim through
swimming.
the pond?
No, dum-dum. That's what you would do. They're gonna start. I'm gonna go underwater and hold my breath till everyone leaves, right? And then right before everyone comes around, I'm gonna come back, rise out of the water, dry myself off, and then cross the finish line.
So you're going to cheat. That's the only way you can beat me is
No,
if you
I'm not
cheat.
saying I'm gonna cheat, Brenton. I'm just
That's
saying if I was
cheating.
going to cheat, that's how I would do it. I wouldn't swim
So
across
it
the
makes
pond.
no
I'd
difference
hold my
that
breath
you were
underneath.
camping there.
I know the lay of the land. I slept on my back to the ground. All right? When you twist an ankle, don't come crawling or limping to me. I'm not nervous. I'm excited about this. I really am. Speaking of, we were talking about bucket list before. I got to play last week in, I was in New York visiting my parents, and the New York Yankees have a program called Hank's Yanks. Hank Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees, has his own Little League thing, like a whole Little League system, I guess, for inner city kids. And so they did a golf tournament sponsoring the Hank's Yanks with all these old Yankees, and I got to play in it. Yeah,
That's pretty
bro.
cool.
I'm going to play a little game with you right now. See if you can name these Yankees. Ready?
Is there going to be photos of what they look like now?
Oh, they are photos of what they look like right now.
Not a chance.
Are you kidding me? Let's see. First one up.
I have no idea.
Okay. I'll give it to the camera. It's the guy on the it's the darker skinned guy. I'm the other guy, just in case you're watching at home. Okay?
Honestly, on the camera, it's so washed out, I can't really see
Yeah.
your face.
Really?
I can't. No, I can see the other guy's
This
face.
is
I
a
can't
bad
I'm
see
game.
your
super
face.
white. I'm like powder in that thing. Yeah, it's the guy you can see, basically. Spot starter, reliever, late 90s, early 2000s. Won a couple World Series with the New York Yankees. Come on, Brenton. Ramiro Mendoza. God damn, Brenton. Fine. Hall of Famer. Played his best years with the Montreal Expos. Played later with the New York Yankees. Tough with the sunglasses on. Oh!
Are your nudes in there?
Couple. Guesses?
Not a clue.
Bernie Williams?
Hall of Famer this year. Tim Raines. God damn, man. You're not fun doing this. All right. I'm not even really sure I want to show you the last one. You weren't even alive. Cuban pitcher. Yankees. Wore his hat low. God, Brody would be so pissed right now.
Yeah.
Brody is screaming at us
El
somewhere.
Duque, damn it.
How dare you?
He came over here on a raft. Dried himself off using a hand towel. Went out, put a uniform on, and pitched a playoff game. Damn it. It was so much fucking fun, dude. And I ran into Jeff Juden. Does that name ring a bell to you? Old pitcher? Jeff Juden, who's currently teaching kids how to pitch. He gave me some great techniques on helping my sons for the summer. Building up arm strength. I'm going to get a little stick, put a hole in it, right? Little string hangs down, not to the floor, right before the floor. Little pound and a half weight. Curl it up 20 times.
Yeah,
Curl it
I
down.
used to do that.
Yep. That and then just power jumps. Just boom. Explosive jumps.
And then make sure they're throwing the towel, holding the towel and throwing it. Just
Boom.
keep that going.
I'm so excited because I have to leave after this and go home because we're hosting my younger son's Little League championship team, the Bantam level Baltimore Orioles, bro.
Now, is that the team you coached?
I was assistant coach on this team.
Fuck yeah.
This was a team put together. A couple kids had never played baseball before. They got really great. We had an awesome coach, Rob, who was fucking the guy you want to coach your kids. These kids worked hard. They won 2 playoff games. My son pitched the first couple innings of both playoff games, pitched really well. The second game was great, dude. The second game was raining. And we were like, we just want to have this game because we don't want to go into Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. And then the kids were like, it's just drizzling. And my son's pitching. And he pitched lights out the first playoff game. But he was a little wild. And he kept going to me. He goes, I want a dry ball. I go, you can't have a dry ball. I go, you get 2 balls. He goes, the major leaguers get dry balls all the time. I go, that's the major leaguers. We have 2 fucking baseballs here. When you hit one out of foul, I got to go run and get it. So we only have 2 balls. So I go, keep it in your glove and just keep wiping your hand like that. So we ended up getting it back and pitched pretty well. But we won and very excited because these kids. This is the level you're like, oh, these guys are psyched about winning.
Yeah.
They're excited. And they get older and they're like, it's either we're excited about winning or I just don't want to fucking do this anymore. But I'm thrilled. Congratulations to the Bantam Orioles. 2019 Bantam champions. And half of them are bigger than you. So.
And there it is. Couldn't just enjoy a moment.
No, we couldn't. I won't. At least I did it to your face. At least I did it to your face. Speaking of which, we talked last week very briefly about the NHL playoffs. I wanted to get your what you thought about Game 1.
I think St. Louis let Boston back in, and if they don't win tonight, this is going to be a quick series. St. Louis has to win tonight. Yeah,
they got it. Well, I don't know if it's as much in hockey because obviously I don't follow hockey as much as I do other sports. But a lot of these things, it's like it doesn't start till the series doesn't start till the first home team loses a game. Mm-hmm. So do they have to win? It would be beneficial for them.
No, St. Louis has to win.
They have to win.
I think they have to win
because there's no way they're going to win 3 at home, right? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I watched. I know they scored the first goal, right? Mm-hmm. And then it was all downhill after that. It was Memorial Day, so I was like in and out barbecuing and doing shit like that. But I was watching. It looked like they didn't look intimidated.
No, they're very evenly matched, but
they're big. They're big dudes, but I don't know. I mean, I just feel like Boston's pedigree. There are guys on that team that have won Stanley Cups before,
and they have momentum.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's not a quick series. You'd like to see a little more playoff hockey. There's nothing better than playoff hockey.
If St. Louis loses tonight, it's probably a 5-game series.
Yeah. 5 games, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they win tonight?
I want them to badly. I mean, I'm pulling for St. Louis. If St. Louis wins tonight, then I'll say St. Louis in 6.
Oh, you're gonna flip the whole outcome of the series?
The whole outcome. I think tonight's game is.
I took St. Louis because I'm just like sick of Boston winning.
Well, yeah.
And I figure, you get to the Stanley Cup Finals, you got a shot. But
I think Boston's going to win. I think Boston wins the Stanley Cup. I don't want them to. I desperately don't want them to. But I think as evenly matched as they are, I just think Boston's got the edge. They have the momentum. They'll go up 2-0, and this will be over in 5.
5 games.
They'll take Game 3 or Game 4 in St. Louis and then win it at home.
I'm trying to think. Will there be more games? Like, do you think our podcast next week? Do you think the series is over? I don't even know what the schedule is. So 2's tonight.
So I got to pull it up. So
and then I'll have a day off.
I need the calendar.
And then it'll be 3, 4. Yeah, it'll be by game.
So next week will be June 5th.
Yeah.
That would be through Game 4. That would be the day after
Game 4.
June 3rd is Game 4.
So they're not going to sweep. So we'll still have a chance to reset probably next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. I hope that they can win tonight. I want to see a good series. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get that in the NBA playoffs either. Although I could be wrong. I was right about Toronto beating Milwaukee, which a lot of people didn't have because Milwaukee had the home court advantage. Eric Griffin said that he didn't think they were going to win. Kawhi Leonard right now is playing, pretty close to like the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
His poise and his defense is just, obviously is ridiculous, but his offense, his shooting, timeliness, he's really leading that team very, very well. That being said, I think this is a 5-game series. I think they sneak one out. I think Steph Curry wins the MVP because everybody wants him to already. It's the only thing he hasn't won, and everybody wants him to have everything. He's the the chosen one,
Yeah.
the golden boy. And so they'll win in 5 games. I would be surprised if it went longer than that. And I think that, unfortunately, we have just 2 boring series left on our plates. I think we had a lot of great series previous to this, but I think what we have left with in both finals is a real shit salad.
But football's kind of back, so it's all good.
Is it kind of back?
Kind of back. They're doing like the beginnings of training camp.
I'll say this. I was in Cleveland 2 weeks ago. By the way, thank you very much to everyone who came, including your parents, to the wonderful Hilarities Comedy Club. Thank you, Nick. They gave me an awesome baseball bat. I got to bring that fucking thing in. A real wooden baseball bat, engraved Hilarities, my name and everything. It was awesome. And then, but I was listening to sports talk radio out there, and they were saying how Odell Beckham is not coming to OTAs, which is fine. They're not mandatory. They're voluntary, right? But a lot of people are like, it would be great to kind of just see him, showing up and becoming like part of the team and everything like that.
Get some chemistry with your
Get
quarterback.
some chemistry, yeah, which they've done. And it's like then Freddie Kitchens comes on. You don't know what they've done in the offseason and this and that, blah blah blah. They talk all the time. But you could just see, I'm like, and already I was like, oh, fuck, you get that feeling in your stomach where you're like, oh, God, why can't it just be like, dude, word out of campus, shit is killing it on all cylinders. Everyone's there, everyone's working out, who's staying the latest, film, barbecues. That's not what you're getting.
Nope.
And I feel that already, that angst, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not my problem anymore.
Nope.
It's not my problem. I got a lot of fucking problems. But that specifically, which used to be a problem of mine, is no longer a problem of mine. And it felt good. That being said, I think they're going to be pretty ridiculous if they can protect the quarterback, which he moves out of the pocket, and they probably can. They're going to play the offense that all those guys want to play.
Yep.
And so they're still excited about that. They're still excited about him catching 2 touchdowns in September. But not showing up to OTAs and kind of just not being a little blasé about it.
It's a little red flag.
Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun in May to have that going on, Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that amounts to anything, but I don't, it's just good to know it's not my fucking issue anymore. And I follow the Giants on Instagram, and it's like they keep trying to show these fucking Daniel Jones passing down the field. It's like, oh, we're at the Quest Diagnostics fucking training camp room, and look at his pass. Or you see like a Drake song, in the background, the music, and he just steps back 5 steps and drops a bomb. Yeah, okay. And there was no one rushing him. He had no pads on, not being chased out of the pocket.
Wearing gym shorts.
Yeah, wearing gym shorts, falling back and doing what? Throwing the ball that he's done since he was 10 years old?
Yeah.
Ooh! Supposed to get a fucking boner over that?
Quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know. And so I'm not ready to start thinking about football yet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch any of The Bachelorette, by the way? I don't want to.
God, no.
You're not.
No, if we're not doing it for the podcast, I'm not subjecting myself. How many episodes have you watched, Steve?
Just 2. And only because...
But your wife watches it, right?
No,
she doesn't.
No,
so you're just
doesn't.
doing this on your own.
I didn't do it on my...
Look what we've started.
No. I just wanted...
You're addicted. It's your guilty pleasure. Every Monday at 8, Steve Rannazzisi. Do not call. Do not text. Do not email. Give him about an hour and a half to himself. Let him light a candle. Have some white wine.
We watch Jeopardy as a family. And Wheel of Fortune, because that's how we have to just come back together knowing that we're not idiots. We're like, wow, we're dumb. And then like Wheel of Fortune comes on. We're like, okay. And then everybody goes to bed, putting kids to bed, stories. We're doing this and that.
Yeah.
I come back out. It's 8:20, 8:30. It just happens to be on. And it's like she's I see her again. It's like it's flashbacks. I hear her fucking voice, Hannah. And I look at her and I go, oh, who's she talking to? And these guys are imbeciles, bro. These guys are fucking... dum-dums. And so I got sucked into like half of one and maybe a full episode. I'm not gonna watch any more of it though. It was just literally for the point of seeing like what the other side is and just knowing how ridiculous the other side is. I want to see like dudes like breaking each other's faces in the house, but I didn't see any of that. But yeah, I'm not watching it anymore. I just wanted to see if you were watching it.
No.
I do watch a lot of baseball. That's my afternoon. So if I go from a Yankee game into Hannah B, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to the Yankees. I don't know if they won today. They were playing.
They lost yesterday.
San Diego.
Today.
They had the league's best record going into this week.
Considering the amount of injuries they've had, this has been pretty incredible.
I'm talking to my younger son. You know, he's a baseball fanatic. Every week, I'm going to start taping on my, audio tape thing, whatever the fucking thing, the podcast recorder thing is. We're gonna do like a little twib, him and I, who he thinks has had a good week in baseball and a bad week because he's very
7-0 Yankees.
Hell yeah!
Final.
Dude. J.A. Happ. Oh no, James Paxton pitched today. The big Maple's back. Very excited about that.
What you should do is you should just tape it and we can put it on the YouTube page.
Yeah, throw it on the YouTube
People
page.
can look at it.
Very opinionated. He's gonna. Let me tell you something. My 7-year-old son's gonna ruffle some feathers, and if you live in Seattle, you're not gonna be happy. He's not happy with your start. You guys started up the season really well, and the demise, he wants to know what's going on in Seattle. He's like a sports reporter. So he's interested, and so I'll talk to him about that. We'll throw that up on the YouTube page. We're going to YouTube, guys. I told you about that. Maybe next week, but definitely 2 weeks from now, we'll be streaming live on YouTube, completely unfiltered, uncensored, except for buttholes. There will be
YouTube has rules.
The only butthole we have every single week is sitting right over here to my right. Fucking nailed it, dude. Did you see that Uber drivers are they're doing this thing where they all, like at airports, they all turn the app off at the same time, right? Surge rates go up. Then they turn the app on. Like 10 minutes later, everyone, it's like a flash mob. Turn it back on, and everyone gets the surge rates. They all pick up people, and they all make extra money.
So don't take Uber at the airport.
Uber and Lyft. It's not just Uber.
Take a cab. Take a flyaway. Get a shuttle. You know what the move is?
What's the move?
If you don't want to pay surge rates and you don't want to wait for an Uber, because LAX is a fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
Get on one of the shuttles to one of the rent-a-car places.
And then do that.
Get it from there.
That's a pro move that my buddy Jay used to tell me about. They came this weekend, my friends Jay and Michelle from Pittsburgh, and he used to do that. He used to get on the fly or the Marriott shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Whatever one showed up first, he'd jump on it, and on the way there, he'd pin an Uber from that place. Quicker.
Much quicker.
Less
cheaper.
Hassle of like, whose Uber's that?
Yeah, because it's a fucking jungle.
But that's some bullshit, dude. To make extra coin, they're all going to sit there and jack the prices up at the same time.
But they're not getting, benefits, and it's a tough job as it is. The company doesn't care about them. You hear about all like the shit that they go through, and they're not making it.
Yeah, but they're not fucking the company. They're making the company actually more money. The only people that are fucking are us.
That's true.
The company actually makes more money. I know they came out and they're like, oh, we don't condone this kind of thing, and we try to crack down on that kind of stuff. But do they really? Do they try to crack down on stuff that's making them extra money?
You can't control that. Because you don't know if a driver's actually driving or not if you turn the app off. They're not tracking these guys.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like fucking horseshit. I'm not gonna. I don't do surge rates. I'll
Take
walk.
The shuttle.
I'll walk.
Shuttle it, dude.
When's the wedding, by the way?
It'll probably be fall of next year, so you'll get an invite at some point.
I don't need an invite. I'm going anyway.
Got you at the kids' table.
I'm going regardless of an invite or not an invite.
We're coming in anteater costumes.
Gonna give you an invite.
We are.
I'm not an animal.
Oh, by the way, I have a question. Are there any graphic illustrators out there, artists? We want some artwork. We want to do a T-shirt for this podcast. What I'm thinking is combining some ideas we've thought about on this podcast. We can do maybe 3 T-shirts. If you buy a T-shirt that supports M and her charity for the race, one for me and one for you. Well, maybe the same T-shirt, 3 different colors. We'll do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But we want a design. And then we thought maybe if I was dressed as an anteater sucking up a tiny little ant that's Brenton Biddlecombe.
I'm supposed to be
You're
so
a tiny
for mine,
ant.
I'm supposed to wear something, right? You guys have me in some kind of get up for this.
Yeah,
Your-
we have to pick your outfit.
Your outfit, yes,
Yeah.
is going to be very specific and tailor-made
So
to
I
you.
should be in my outfit on the design.
We could, but we don't know what that is yet.
we
you
have
gotta
to
figure
go
it
get.
out.
We have to go get drunk and figure it out.
I'd like to start working on this sooner than later. So why don't if
We're
you're
5 months, 4 days, 3 hours.
we are. And if you're a graphic illustrator, designer, artist, and you want to start on something that you think would be interesting as for me as an anteater, and just possibly just start to put your mind in a place where Brenton is a very it's life size, so he's very small, and he's going to be in some costume, and I'll
make
probably
sure
be sucking him up
Steve
off the
is
ground
rounded
like an anteater.
like a dad bod, maybe
Guys,
holding a donut.
Why would I only hold one? I've got 2 hands. Fuck yeah. dude.
Round him out.
What do you weigh right now?
Like 140.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, wait, like not 140, like 185.
After
maybe?
a shit?
No, I'm all right now. I hit the gas a little hard. Maybe I might take June off from drinking. Although I am playing in a golf tournament next week.
So that means drinking.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough to do. But then maybe the rest of it just curb that out.
Well, how are you on the road? Do you drink a lot when you're like?
Not really. Not as much as I do. I usually have a glass of wine or two after the show, and that's like the most demoralizing because people, like in the meet and greet line, they'll bring you a beer, and
Yeah.
I'll just sip on that, right? And then like the downtime after the show,
You need a glass.
smoke a
of wine.
joint. I drink a glass of wine,
Yeah.
and there's nothing worse than audience members like those late night stragglers. They're like, "Hey, great show," and they see you with wine, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I'm trying to unwind. Does that sound bad?
Just really
I'm
stressed out.
I really am. I'm just trying to come down from the evening, in my way. Can't I do it in my own way?
So I wanted to make amends for last week since
What?
you seemed really upset. You've been watching a lot of Bachelorette, and clearly it's messing with your emotions. So I'm going to propose a bet for you.
Okay.
That is pretty much impossible for you to lose.
All right.
I'm going to take the Raptors over the Warriors, and the winner, whoever team wins,
Okay.
will get to posterize the other person.
Posterize, like dunk
So
on them.
we're gonna get a hoop.
We're gonna get a hoop.
We're
I
gonna get a
have one in
hoop.
my house. It's
Well, there you go.
adjustable. It doesn't go down to 3 feet
There you
that
go.
you would need, but we can go up to 6.
Well, we can get me a trampoline,
Perfect. Oh,
and we're going to posterize.
posterize it, and you got to stand there and just eat it as I
Stand there
dunk
and
on
eat
you.
it. Or if the Raptors pull off the victory of the century, we'll get me a trampoline. And
And you
will
can
have,
jump over me.
we're going to cut out the trampoline. We're going to have somebody who who use their. We'll put a green screen or something, and we'll get that. We'll get rid of that, and I will live out
I like
my
this
dream
idea.
of dunking over somebody.
It feels way better than my chest burning off
well,
right now.
that wasn't me. That was on you losing to Kelsey. That has nothing to do with me.
Either that or eating a dog biscuit, which I was like, I know it's funnier to do the K, so let's do the K.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Jeopardy, we talked about that John Holzenhauser guy. I don't know how to say his name. He's going for his 30th win tonight. What are the odds he breaks the record, Ken Jennings' record, before the weekend? So that gives him 3 shows. He's like $210,000 short. 3 shows.
What's he been averaging a
His
show?
average show is like 60,000, I think. 62,000, somewhere around there.
Well, then he doesn't have enough shows to hit.
He's got 3 more. He's got tonight.
But if he's averaging 60, that's 180, and
Friday
he's
and
210 down.
Thursday
you
and
said, or
Friday.
200 down.
Well, we can look up the real numbers. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to plug some shows. We're doing a show. Are you doing that show tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, I'm at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room, doing a great show. One of the door guys has a great show there. I'm also at the Laugh Factory at 8 o'clock doing the All Things Comedy showcase, fun thing there with Nate Bargatze and Beth Stelling and my man over here, Biddle Combs. And then I'm doing the Comedy Store tomorrow night as well. So back over at the Comedy Store. So a couple chances to check me out tomorrow. Also, June 19th, if you are in the Los Angeles area, myself and Sean Patton are both doing half hours, long sets in the Belly Room. We're going to be joined by a couple other friends of ours, and we're going to hopefully sell it out. So if you tickets are on the Comedy Store website, go to or my website as well. And I don't know, I'm not sure about Sean's, but if you want tickets, go to one of those places, Comedy Store website or mine, and you can get tickets as well. And then one other thing, the last week in June. Hold on, let me get these dates here. June 20. Boom. 5th and 6th, I'm going to be at Flappers in the side room running my one-man show, which I'm not even telling you the name of it yet. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be, it'll be okay. If you want to come watch me fail and try this thing out, tickets are going to be real cheap because that's what it's worth. So, but I'm getting it together.
That's how you sell it.
That's how you sell it. But this is, but I think if people are like, oh, I kind of want to see, like, it's funny and it's not funny and it's interesting. And so I think it'd be worth your while to come watch it at this point.
Come see the process.
Yes, because it's trust me, it's very early on in the process, but I got to try it out on someone. Why not let it be you? So those are your opportunities to come see me in June. And I'll be at the Comedy Store. I'm in town all week as well.
So I
Brenton.
don't think he gets it this week.
So what is he down? What is he short?
He's down $265,762 according to Jeopardy.com.
Okay, divide that by 3 for me. That's 88,500. I'm going to say he does it, bro. I'm going to say he knows.
No.
I'm going to say he knows how this thing works out, and he wants to get it done by the weekend. And I'm saying tonight, tomorrow, because he's gotten 6 digits many, not many times, but at least 10 times I've seen. So he only needs 1 or 2 6 digits. He needs 2 6-digit shows and then just an average show. Bingo, done. Beats Ken Jennings for the ultimate most money one, and then still like in half the time. It's going to be interesting to watch. Em, are you watching that at all or no?
No.
Perfect.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It doesn't have a dragon in it. Em's not interested. If you can't eat it in a bake-off or have a dragon in it.
What? Who said I was watching Bake Off stuff?
You're not a bake-off person?
I mean, I enjoy the Great British Bake Off, but I haven't watched it in months.
Okay. Why? Because the new episodes haven't come out yet?
No, I don't know. I didn't even know there was new episodes coming out. It's like that's like one of those shows that like I get really high with my friends and we just sit there and watch like an entire season one day and I'm like, cool. But then I don't ever put it on at home.
Oh, good. All right. Well, you don't have a problem then. It's back on, by the way. I think there's new episodes. Also,
Right.
I'm not going to be here next week, but Steve Simone's going to be the guest. I'll be here like via Skype, but I'll be in New York.
I will not be here.
You won't be here either?
No.
Well, maybe we'll do Lucas and Simone in studio together.
Yeah.
And then you and I can Skype in back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, probably that YouTube thing is going to be 2 weeks.
Going to another wedding.
Oh, you got another wedding on a Wednesday? Or
That's just when I'm flying in.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. Well, do you have any shows you want to plug? Anything you want to plug?
Just tomorrow. Come tomorrow to the ATC show. And then Friday, I'm in the Belly Room of the Comedy Store at 8 and 10:30. And then the Original Room at midnight. And then Saturday, the Original Room at the Comedy Store at 8 o'clock.
The Memorial Tournaments this weekend, if you're a golf fan, a lot of the top 20 in the field: Justin Rose, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas, Bryson DeChambeau. I'm gonna go with Rory this week to win the Memorial Tournament. So I'll be watching that all weekend long. You can find me at Steve Rannazzisi on Instagram. I'm still not on Twitter. I'm sure people tell me all the time. They're like, you didn't hear about this?
I tag you constantly on Twitter.
Dude,
I gotta stop doing that.
It's so liberating to know that I'm not mixed in with all the bullshit going on. Because there are full-blown things that happen solely on Twitter that make the news, that make the rounds, and I have no idea about them. And I'm better off for that.
January 2nd.
Not since January 2nd, where the great password debate, you need a password to get your password. And
You're
if you
one
don't
of
know
those
that
guys
password,
doesn't follow anybody.
0, dude. I don't do any of this right, Brenton.
No.
All I do is talk shit, not back it up, sometimes back it up, and that's that. That's what I'm good at. By the way, I'm talking Bertolini into getting a golf simulator out here, starting my own golf show right out here. Fuck going outside, right in the studio right here. Callaway, if you're listening, You need a web series content partner. Shoot me a simulator. I'll get some of the greatest comedians in the world. Greg Fitzsimmons wants to play Pebble Beach. We don't have to go up north. Boom, right in there. I don't give a fuck if it's raining out. Talk shit, play Pebble Beach. Tom Papa wants to come in and play Pinehurst with me. Bingo. We're on Pinehurst. Sebastian Maniscalco is taking up golf again. We've played many, many courses, many, many shitholes together. We'll go play Roosevelt, the old shithole 9-hole course that we used to play at Griffith Park. We'll go do that for fun. Right in the simulator, right over here. Tens of thousands of courses, all right there. So come on, Callaway. Let's just, it's a win-win for everyone. Content. I get a simulator. Content. Right?
Callaway, you want some of that sweet content?
You want some of that sweet?
Give us a $20,000 simulator.
Shit-talking content? This is the soft pitch.
It would be fun.
But be ready to hear from my lawyers.
It'd be very fun.
Thank you guys for joining us this week on What's the Odds with Steve Rannazzisi. We'll be back next week. Brenton and I will be Skyping in. Steve Simone will be our guest, and hopefully Lucas Hurl, if we can get him.
And by the way, go get Steve Simone's new album,
yes,
Jabba.
Jabba.
It's out everywhere. It's amazing.
Wherever you get albums. Wherever you can listen to them. All right? So go pick up Jabba. Shout out to Steve Simone. Thank you very much for joining us again. And I've got to get the music up.
Cue it up.
Chew it. Cue it up. 3, 2.
That's Instagram.
Fucking A.
Come on, old man.
Hold on. Kyle, great job with these songs, brother. Here we go. What's the odds? Bingo. Congratulations, Bantam Orioles, 2019 champions.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Rannazzisi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Rannazzisi.